Buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches, depende en la hora. So it depends on the time. Hello, good day to you. Because Spanish is a communication class in my mind, our goal is to be able to go out and use this language in order to get our ideas across and to build relationships. We need to be able to discuss. And for that reason, the discussions in class are extremely important. And in an attempt to help support you more in your growth as a Spanish learner and to give you a little more direction of what I'm looking for, I'm provided more detail in the rubrics that are there. So what you see right now on the screen is what you're going to see for this week's discussion. Notice in here, I'm going to just focus in on the excellent, because right now this is a little bit more than what I would expect you to be here at this point, which is right out of Spanish 1 or very shortly after Spanish 1, but I expect this to be the minimum proficiency by the end of this year. And so the rubric is going to slightly change by second semester or during second semester, in which the excellent descriptions then become predominantly the good descriptions, which means this is your proficiency. I need you to be here. But let's look at what it says right now. So I'm looking that you're able to ask and answer basic questions of your peers and including some detail. That your discussions have at least 2 comments with the same peer, and hopefully more than that actually, that you're having multiple ones. So you still have the minimum, you have to reply to at least 2 people, but at least one of those needs to span out so that you both are having multiple replies there. So where could this also happen on yours? It could happen underneath your original post, where somebody has come back and talked to you and you guys communicate there. As well, you're able to elaborate a little and mostly be understood by someone used to a language learner, which means I do expect you to be making mistakes. If you're not making some mistakes, then I don't feel that you're pushing yourself and growing in the language, or that you're relying too heavily on resources and that the resources are creating the language for you, which is not helping you learn either. Okay, so keeping that in mind, let's go back to an example from the introduction discussion that we did at the beginning. So in here, I'm going to show you, this is going on under Elise's original post. Notice that students had come in and made comments as well as asked questions of her, and she came back and responded. So I like how she also asked Michaela a simple follow-up question. Here's my answer to your question. How about you? Okay, and it relates back to what Michaela said. Michaela told us that she already has 2 dogs, and then she's relating her question back to what Elise had originally posted about having dogs as well. And so she's eliciting more information. So both of them did very well there. Grammar's not perfect, but that's okay because we understand what's happening here. And then also she came along and asked or followed up with Zoe's. And I also really like Zoe's question because she provided extra detail. Oh, I don't have a dog. Zoe probably put that in her own, she may have put it into her own post, but because she's having a communication specifically with Elise, she's including it here as well. And please be aware that Elise also had gone off and replied to 2 other people with questions to them as well. So what does that mean? If you're just writing 3 times in here, you are not really getting, doing what I require of you for this discussion, and you're really not practicing the Spanish like I need you to and to help you grow with it. I hope that this has provided you with a little more information on how to improve, as well as provided you with some examples on what others are doing and that I find beneficial that you could use as models. Please let me know what questions you have. I would love to hear from you. So we'll talk to you later. Hasta luego.